someone on the hike yesterday, someone who was leading the hike, and not our Reverend Sue, but another person who works at a hospital, was saying how the environment was so hostile, discomforting amongst her coworkers, that she just really didn't know how to be an example of peace. It was a peace walk. And she's worked there many, many years, but she said she just really, it was getting so difficult, she did not know how to improve it. And so it reminded me of our stint. Bob and I both worked in Monterey at a place for driving under the influence. This is not usually a happy place to work. We were working as counselors and teachers there because the people who come there all don't want to be there. They have to be there if they want to drive again with a driver's license. But it wasn't just the people that we noticed who were unhappy. All of the staff was miserable, and miserable to each other, and miserable and mean to the clients who didn't want to be there to begin with. And in fact, they were mean to us. And you know, when you work as ministers, this title, Reverend, sort of transfers, and people treat you with reverence. And you can get used to that. You can get very used to that. So then when you go work in a place where they treat you like dirt, you go, what's up with this? And so we said, well, and some of them even said, what are you doing here? You know, and he said, to pay the bills? I said, oh, okay. But even the staff made life miserable for us. And, you know, when that happens, you kind of want to do tit for tat. But we knew that that didn't work because really they are all one. And when people are being badly behaved, it's always out of fear. It's always out of fear. Course in Miracles says everything is either love or fear. And so they are acting out of fear. So if you treat them with love anyway, you know, they might turn around. One of the things that was going on is there were 3 women in the office, 2 young, good-looking Hispanic women, and 1 50-year-old white woman. The 2 and the white woman caused us most of the trouble. The 2 young Hispanic women always had bouquets of flowers on their desk. And every week they'd talk about who sent them the flowers. And these flowers were so important they would stay on the desk long after they were dead, as symbols that someone cared about them. But the white woman never got flowers. And she was always commenting on how she never got flowers. And as I said, she was the one who made life most difficult for us. And so I just one day bought her a bouquet of flowers. It wasn't a big deal. It was a $6 bouquet, you know, but I brought it in. After that time, this woman loved me. I could do no wrong. She made life much easier for us. And we just continued doing these senseless acts of kindness with everybody there, all of the staff there, and treating the clients who didn't want to be there like they were honored guests. And, you know, in just a few months, the whole attitude of the place turned around, to the point that I looked at Bob and I said, did we do this? Because it had all changed. And so I bring this up simply and with this idea of selfishness, that even when we do kindnesses to others, it also benefits ourselves. You see, it made the place for us such a different environment to work in. And so there is no such thing as selfish. What we do for ourselves that makes life better for us, we also do unto the world. And what we do unto the world makes things better for us. So I invite you to treat yourself as a divine expression of God and treat others as a divine expression of God. Because as you do so, they will wake up to that idea. They won't right away. First of all, they'll just wonder what's wrong with you, that you're treating them nicely. But they like it. They get addicted to that. And if you do it long enough, they may actually even start to think that they could treat themselves well. And so when you do this, you really get that we are one. And there's nothing wrong with treating yourself well. I wonder again what my father would, I tried a number of times to talk to him, but he just thought I was crazy, with the idea that he could actually do something that he enjoyed, that was good for him. He managed to give us all of the toys in the world that we could possibly want, but then he wouldn't take the time to play with us because he had, in his own mind, more work to do. So explore that with yourself. How are you treating yourself? How could you treat yourself more kindly? When I heard about the yoga classes here, I thought, I want to take those. And I was talking with Reverend Sue about it yesterday. And I said, but I can't. They're right before classes, and I need to be preparing, and I need to feed myself sometime. And we talked about it, and I thought, maybe I could just make myself a little protein shake so I could do the yoga, have some nourishment, and teach class. And I can prepare ahead of time if I make that a priority. And so I'm going to give myself the gift of taking those yoga classes, even though I thought I couldn't. At first I said, I can't do that. So giving myself the gift of the hike yesterday and the yoga classes are just examples of what we can do to treat ourselves a little better. Do you treat yourself as well as you would treat your children? When I often ask myself that. When I was driving myself in one way or another, I said, what would I tell my child if I saw him doing this? I'd say, hey, take a break. Go a little easier. You don't have to accomplish this all right now. And so you might ask yourself that question. Even the way you feed yourself. How would you feed your child? You want to make sure that they get balanced nutrition. They don't eat too many sweets. They don't have too much of this, that, or the other. Do you do the same thing for yourself? You deserve that. Treat yourself with love. You do deserve it. And so it is. And so now I'm going to invite my husband, Reverend Bob, to continue.